Let's go. Whee! So 100% for this game is just collecting all the beakers. The letters are not necessary. And it was decided that way because the game doesn't track the letters, it only tracks the beakers. And I think that's pretty fair. I am planning to submit all 3 categories of this game to the next GDQ. This one, while it might have the least chance of getting accepted since it does involve, you know, a little bit of backtracking and, you know, going to the same areas twice, it has some unique strats that I think it'll still make for a really fun run. Which is good, because my times for any percent in Warpless are going to be damn hard to beat. So, having a new category to potentially grind is nice. And I'll have to manually split for those beaker splits, but that's fine, of course. And the 100% is contested with warps allowed, which, thank fuck. One of the other runners of this game has at times posited a warpless 100% as a joke. And yeah, it's a joke. Warpless 100% would be horrible. I would never run it if it was a category.
I think instead the cave will be full of surprises.
I mean, it too would have unique strats, but it would have a lot more backtracking than the warps run.
From the brink of unreality. I need you to see the world not for what it is, but for what it can be.
It would be longer, and only because of lack of optimizations, and I guess that's true of warpless any percent as well. But I like that run because it preserves some solutions that we don't get to use in the warps run, and because it shows most of the game's story. There is still one letter that's skipped even in warpless. Oh, this is not the room I thought I was in. GG. You'd think I'd know the order of rooms by now, but I really, really don't. This is the room I thought I was in. We'll see this room again. See if I can get this. Nope. I'll just do it the slow way. And the 100% run shows off little hidden secrets like that. This room has very interesting optimization for the 100% run. You mostly do the intended solution. You come down here, grab this beaker down here, but then you want to reload level and do the death warp. It's much faster than climbing back up to the top of the room. Yeah, that split should probably be sub 5 minutes. There were a couple of deaths in that segment.
Did you know, Hugh, that purple is at the very end of the visible spectrum? It's the hardest colour for our eyes to distinguish. Now, imagine a shade one step further than purple. A colour beyond what we can actually perceive. We call these impossible colours. And I fear that this is where I currently reside. If reality is rooted in our perception, and you cannot perceive me, do I even exist to you? I'm sure that I do. I mean, you're reading this letter.
One thing that always bugs me when I watch casual players play through this game, they hit an envelope and they stand still listening to it. Maybe I could get doing that after the first one, or for the first envelope, but after the first one, don't you realize that the big long rooms with not a lot in them are there for you to run through while the letter is being played? I don't know, I guess not. But I think I did it that way in my first playthrough, that I just ran through them after maybe the first one. So this segment will be comparable across all categories. There are no crazy stupid warps or beakers in it. Oh, I didn't get fast map before starting the run. That's my fault. So yeah, there's a couple of beakers in blue section that we could not get until we had another color. This is the first one. I really hope I never forget any beakers. That would suck. So yeah, we are going to be seeing some of these rooms twice. Sadly, in the Beaker Cleanup 2 split, there will be a lot more double visiting of rooms. It's not too bad in this one. This is the room with the other beaker we need. Come on. There we go. And I'll call this split when I map warp back to the cave.
Dr. Gray soon became my assigned mentor, and I can't help but feel he somehow had a hand in it. Our fires burnt brightest when we worked together. It felt like we could achieve anything. We discovered more about colour than I could ever have imagined. We split light, mapped spectrums, we painted. We laughed. We worked long hours, and soon
We will
our
have to
goal
come back to
became
this room, but
all-consuming.
not for a while.
We were vessels. The work became more important than us, and we knew it.
Come on. I almost wish there was a beaker in the next room so we didn't have to do the death warp. Because this death warp kind of sucks. Got it, though. I'm going to test if the death warp is actually faster in any percent than doing this. I'm quite sure it isn't for this run. Because we can just do that. That jump there abuses a concept in platformers called coyote time, where you have a very small window to react after... Normally it's running off a platform, but in this game it also works with making a platform disappear. You have a very small window to interact with it after losing contact with it one way or another, as if it was still there. And thank God we do. The game really would not work if we didn't. At least not all the speedrun solutions that we have. They would not work the same. We will be seeing this room again as well.
After that day on the grass.
There's a beaker in this room we can't get yet.
Dr. Gray and I spent many a time together. I would compliment him on his work, and his cheeks would flush with a pinkness.
It's down that little hallway to the left.
He'd notice and change the
We need
subject.
yellow to be able to get that one.
This work we were doing together.
It didn't feel much like work anymore. I have this sinking feeling that I've missed a beaker. Nice. We can death warp here. Wait, no I haven't. Because the second beaker we can get on first pass is in this room. We should have 6 when I grab the one at the end of this room. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Ah, come on. There we go. This will just be a map warp back to the cave hub. Because we can't go back for the beakers we're missing just yet. We don't have the necessary colors. There's 4 beakers in each section of the cave, 2 in the town, 5 in the mountainside, and 5 in the university, for a total of 28.
Something beautiful. The seed of knowledge was planted in my mind, and I wasn't prepared to let it wilt and die. The university claimed my experiments were unethical, that altering the fabric of our reality was dangerous. They were unflinching. My research was confiscated and my contract terminated. Following my expulsion, I was left with no choice but to uproot and move us both far away. I knew of a small fishing village a boat ride from the university, where I hoped my reputation wouldn't precede me. You and I moved into a humble home, which is now where you spent most of your childhood.
Alright, let's see if I can get the fast cycle in the next room. It's not that hard. Although it's actually possible to go too fast and end up off cycle. Which I may just be doing. Farts. It only loses us like a second, but it's still annoying. Oh, fuck you. Alright, there's an easily missed beaker in this room. Today is my birthday, Phoenix Wolf the Rebel. Celebrating with a 24-hour stream. You have arrived near the beginning. This is the second game of the marathon. Some of my practice, not exactly runs, but practice attempts to make sure I remembered where all the beakers were. This is one I did not always remember. Thank you for the happy birthday. Oh, I haven't gotten the, key, have I? No. Good. Pull that a little further. Fuck! Can I jump, please? Thank you. I think that'll be a one cycle. Nope. It's close, but no cigar. There's a long stretch here with no beakers. Still makes me think I've forgotten one when I haven't. Unless I have. That's the thing about forgetting. You wouldn't really know that you've done it. Yeah, I can think of the two that we can't get first pass in this next area. Which means there's still one that we can. There's a lot to remember for this run. There's one in this room that we can't get first pass.
Do you recall those dusty old tomes that used to sit on my desk? The ancient scriptures of civilizations lost. I spent hours poring over them, searching for clues to support my research. Aside from their wonders, one thing stood out above all else. Blue.
So yeah, we'll have to do the entire dark blue shard section over again later on.
But not blue. It was never mentioned at all. The word simply didn't exist. Could they not distinguish blue? Without a word to describe it, how could we be sure they could see it at all?
Really? Thank you. There's one you can't get first pass in this room. think I've forgotten one. Damn it. I should have had the guide open to show where they all are. I may just open it anyway. Or no, it's in this room. Okay, good. We're fine. It is over here. Hey, Trimantha. Thank you for the happy birthday. When I set the stream title in the bot, it showed the actual Feels Birthday Man emote. That doesn't show in the stream title, does it? It just says Feels Birthday Man, right? That's completely fine with me if it does. That's really what I was going for. Alright, so now we work back here. It does literally say Feels Birthday Man. Okay, good. I mean, it would have been fine if it showed the emote, but I didn't think it did. So this is one of the beakers we could not get on first pass, because we didn't have dark blue at the time. Kind of interesting doing these rooms with more colors than you're supposed to have. I still just use the 3 you ordinarily have when coming through this room, probably because of how many other runs I've done where you don't come to this room twice, this area twice. Now we get to do this death warp again. Yay! Who loves death warps? I do. Not. Especially when they don't work. My door offset was a little off. There we go. I guess I'll do the warp in this room this time since we already have the beaker in this room. But I need to test out if doing the death warp is actually even faster than my optimized solution for warpless. So yellow is the color we did not have the first time through this room to get the beaker. The reason I've gotten in the habit of using the mouse for menuing, it does seem a touch faster, but also you literally cannot select that section of the menu of the map with the controller. I don't know if it's every time or just because of beaker collection, or whenever I've tried to warp there, and the only time I've tried it is in this run because that's the only time it's relevant, but every time I've tried it with controller, it simply cannot pick that section of the map, which is really weird. Next few rooms should look familiar. Same as last time. I guess you have a safety net if you miss the beaker in this room, since you come to this room twice. Every time, except when it isn't. In one of his runs, in Italics advised viewers not to climb the thwomps this way, but it actually is faster. Provided you do the little jump as the lower thwomp is rising to aggro the upper thwomp. Didn't do a very good example of it there, but something like that. That you can aggro the upper thwomp before the lower run reaches its new position. And I wish we could just warp, say, to here, so we don't have to do that entire fucking first part again. But we do, so be it. Because the beakers we couldn't get on first pass are in the next part. One in this room. keep running the wrong way in this room. Really? Oh for 2 with gem in this block under that leftmost door. Okay, that's not the color I meant to swap to. Alright, this is the last room we'll see twice. Well, that's not strictly speaking true, but the other room we'll see twice is very brief. Okay, map warp back to the cave. Jeez. That was a goofy warp. That's a 10-minute segment. It'll probably be, you know, maybe like really strictly optimized. It might be 9 and change. But that's definitely the most boring part of the run right there.
They built great machines, pioneering electricity many years before
Every other beacon can be gotten on first pass. Strictly speaking, there's one that you have to double back for, but you double back about 4 seconds, so I don't think it really counts.
Yet could not experience it themselves. Explaining to them the sensation of pain is like me explaining colour to someone that can only see in black and white. I wonder, Hugh, if we will be able to share in our experiences of colour.
Ooh, a little spooky. You almost got hit by that light blue laser. I'm gonna play this one safe. You can actually beat the cycle there, but the timing is incredibly tight. No! Ah, I fucked it up. I'm gonna... Or I can just do this. Yeah, that works. What are you talking about? Well, that sucks. There's what it was supposed to look like. Yeah, we can death warp here if I can do it. There we go. That death warp saves so much time, and missing it costs so little time that unless you already have a really optimized split, as I do in the other categories, it doesn't hurt to try it even 4 or 5 times. It's still faster than doing the room. Hell, 7, 8 times it's probably faster than doing the room. Okay, we're good. I thought I had missed one, but 2 is the correct amount to have here. There's a beaker in this room. This is the one that you, strictly pedantically speaking, do have to double back for. But you'll see how far we're doubling back. Spoiler alert, it's not that far. You need the green to be able to get this one. Now you can continue forward. Yeah, you didn't see it there because I swapped colors before reaching it, but there would have been a green block in the way.
The first time I wore the ring.
And you have to do 90% of the lighthouse because there's a beaker right at the end of the lighthouse.
Pink, red, blue, yellow, and green. Great fireworks played out.
All right, Jay, thanks for stopping by.
Reality.
Thanks again for that sub.
Was I dreaming?
Resub.
Was I alive? My senses dulled from a lifetime of monotone, struggled with the revelation. Time eased. Colours danced into
Oh, okay,
motion,
see you then.
Like Pollock painting a ballet on the moon.
Yeah, I'll be here for a good while longer.
I removed the ring and time slipped.
Don't worry.
Colour dissolved into grey. It was overwhelming. But what followed affected me the most.
Skip in this room that I cannot do for the life of me, so F it.
Returned to normal. I could remember in colour. I had never before had a coloured memory.
Skip in this room that I better be able to do. Yeah, the skip in the previous room really only saves time if you get it first try. And I have such a hard time with it. I don't know why. It's mechanically similar to lots of other skips in the game. You've got to be kidding me. See, there I swapped to red, no problem. Welcome to your dead warpless run. Oh my god! That did not just happen. Can't believe I'm doing this. Fucking intended solution. But I missed the skip like, what, 4 times? So, definitely faster at that point just to do the actual solution. Helps if you jump. It's kind of an important thing to do in a platformer. Lol. Okay, the lighthouse beaker is in this room. I can swap to red, no fucking problem. Jesus. I should be pushing the block, not pulling it, but whatever, we're done. Warp to the town. Nope, this way. So those are the only 2 beakers in the town. That leaves 5 on Mountainside and 5 in University. And that's a manual split. I forgot a beaker. I should have come back for that one once I got the university warp point. Oh well.
If a tree stands in the woods and nobody's there to see it, does that tree exist? Does it have colour and form? Does it matter? This journey has been difficult, Hugh, and whilst I have trodden a lost, winding path, I feel no closer to the truth I was after, no matter how long you chase the moon. If truth does exist in our minds, then I feel there may be one that I have neglected. All this time, you've been alone, and now uprooted, on a journey for my cause. For what? So that I could see the world a little clearer?
No, it's after the next one. Damn it.
I do hope you knew it was worth it. For both of us.
No, it is that way. Shit, this is sloppy. I already passed it up. It's It's here. God damn it. Easy time saves for next run. Okay. Orange. Hey, optimal solution. Nice. Oh, this room sucks in 100%. There is a seriously out-of-the-way beaker. You can actually see it there. But we need to move this block down to the bottom of the room to get to it. And doing that is a heck of a lot easier said than done. And that's not... Oh, I have to go around. That's right. Okay, I just screwed up again. So we have to go this way with it. And then back this way. And then, back. Come on. This way. Oh, you're not gonna let me... Okay, you're gonna let me do this at least. That's fine. That's fine. This room is enough of a pain in the ass as is. There's 2 more beakers before university. Although, does the one right before university count? I think that one counts towards mountain. No, actually, I'm pretty sure it counts towards university. I don't know. I'll find out when I map warp. There's an easily missed beaker in this room. No, the one right by university does count toward university because I know where the last one in the mountain section is. It's in the swinging laser room, which is the next room after this one. You don't need the block. Just need to come up here, get this, and I'm going to restart level and do the fancy-ass speedrun solution for this room and fail it. Twice. Come on. I haven't actually done the intended solution for this room in some time. Pretty sure I remember it. It's not that complicated. But I just like this solution better. Except when I can't do it. There we go.
Being
Just trying
back
to
at
skip the
university
ladder.
has surfaced many memories, Hugh.
There's always a few lag
I
frames when you
remember
grab a ladder.
taking you to lectures. You would crawl to the front of the hall when I wasn't paying attention.
Some mom.
Dr. Gray would look down from his lectern, and all his seriousness and authority would wash away. He would pick you up, walk over, and return you to my arms with a smile. Love cannot be measured, Hugh. Like colour, it exists inside of us. I buried it. I buried the love that I had for my own ends. I hope after all this, you will see my mistakes for what they are. Yours lovingly.
Beaker in this room is another one that I have often missed in my practice runs. Oops. I did that in my any percent BB. Derp the color of the door there. Okay, there is actually a beaker in this room, so that makes the death warp in this room irrelevant. Which is nice, because this is probably my least favorite of the death warps. I can do it, but it's my least favorite. Feels birthday, man. Hey, Zypher. Should I go for the double? I'm feeling like an attempt at the double. Maybe to redeem missing it in my any percent PB. Just that easy. And then I missed jumping over a boulder. Wow. There we go. I know where the last two beakers are, so we are nice and safe as far as making sure the run will be completed validly. There's only one run on the leaderboard for this right now. If you want to call that a recce, I really don't prefer to call an uncontested recce a recce, even when it's me holding it. But that run was a 129, and I expected to solidly beat that in this run, and looks like I still will, even though this run was really sloppy. The death warp, yeah. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. That's very kind. The way we figure the death warp works is as you go backwards through an entrance door, you know, there's two doors in every room, an entrance and an exit. Let's call them door A and door B, respectively. We think the way the game assigns your spawn position when you go backwards through a door is that it assigns door B first, and then it assigns what room you're in. So by dying in the middle of the animation, we can make it assign door B in the room you're already in. It's a really cool glitch. I'm glad it was found. Someday I'll do the death warp in that room in a run, but that day is not today. No, come on. Yellow. 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 Anyone home? This is the room with the final beaker. 28 out of 28, baby. Now, from this point on, all 3 runs would be the same. There's no more beakers, no more death warps. Exclamation point schedule will tell you the other games I have planned. No. If I was doing anything cool IRL, do you think I'd be doing a 24-hour stream? But it's cool. I'd rather be here with you guys. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be like a 113. It always takes the split there when it shouldn't.
It has been too long. You have grown so much.
Yeah. I've told
Your
people,
mother. I tried to warn her.
no disrespect,
I thought
but the
exciting
129 run for this
university
that's been on the leaderboard for the last couple months is simply not a very good run.
She did not understand.
This run was incredibly sloppy. I could probably beat this by at least 5 minutes.
I never stole the ring from her here. I tried to destroy it.
Reese murdered some
Before it
suspects sometimes.
destroyed her.
I actually did get a gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse. I don't know if you
Now
heard about that.
she had it under
So I
control.
might try some mouse and keyboard runs of that
She
game.
knew what she was doing.
It was
My
definitely never going to be
intervention shattered
feasible with my laptop keyboard and trackpad, but I have an actual mouse now, and it's actually a pretty nice
my only
one.
reprieve
And,
is
you know,
that
keyboard with a numpad on it,
follow in her footsteps, to experience her world
which
firsthand.
actually is something I needed for the mystery game on the schedule.
We do not see things as they are here. Instead, we see them as we are.
Don't get too hyped up by the mystery game, by the way.
Your mother.
It's nothing any of you have
she
ever
will
heard
talk
of.
to you. I expect she will be thrilled to see how far you've come.
Well, it's not rare. It's on Steam. It's like $10, I think it was. I just had to buy it up. I'm not even comfortable calling this a recce, because the only other time on the leaderboard is, yeah. But if you wish to refer to it as one, this is going to be recce by like 16 minutes. But this can definitely be sub 70. Definitely sub 70. Probably settle around 107, 108, if I was to guess.